How's it going, guys? My name's Graeme, and I want you to help me pick the next game I play here on this channel. I have a lot of games and series on the go here on the channel, and the existing ones aren't necessarily being abandoned. I'd just like to start gearing back up to 2 uploads a day. For the last month or so, I've been doing 1 a day to space things out, and that extra time has been so great for my overall productivity on other projects. But I'd like to start gearing things back up a bit. And so with that, I have some room to fit in probably some new series. I do have a handful of games that I shelved, which was supposed to be very temporarily and has ended up turning into longer and longer stretches of time. I've done this one other time on the channel where I did like a blitz of finales for different series that I've decided I'm probably not going to come back to this fully, so I'm probably going to be doing that sometime in the near future. But I've put together a list of 6 different games that I've received keys from through various methods like Keymailer or Humble Bundle. I should note that these are all Graeme Games series. I have so many games lined up for 2 left thumbs, and I'm going to be picking and pulling them in whichever way seems appropriate and trying to fit as many of those new games out there as I can. So these are just for solo playthroughs, games I'm going to be playing by myself. These are 6 games that I genuinely am interested in playing, and so I'd be happy playing any of them, so I figure I'll ask you guys which you'd like to see the most. First up, we have Shoppe Keep. It's a silly simulator tycoon type game. You run around, build, maintain, keep a shop stocked like you're playing a shopkeeper right out of an adventure game. It looks like something I'd really enjoy, but people are kind of sour on it lately because the developer just abandoned it halfway through its early access. So I know a lot of people are mad at this game, but it still looks fun. Next we have Ultragoodness. From the trailer, it kind of reminds me of Nuclear Throne. It just looks like a chaotic, fun-looking bullet hell top-down shooter. I'm not sure if this would be a one-off or spin-off into a full series. It looks like it has some one-off potential, but with a few characters to play as, it seems like could be quite a bit to return to, so I could see it turning into like a 3 or 4 episode series. There's Hyper Knights, which looks like a game with kind of simple flash game graphics, but the trailer makes it look like there's a lot of depth of gameplay here. You run through as a solo knight executing cool skills and combos, while also raising an army and casting support spells to help them out. It looks pretty frantic, but early reviews have been really positive. I feel like I was about 50% drawn to this game based on what I saw, and then 100% drawn after I saw how well received it's been. There's 50 Years, a turn-based strategy that's kind of been boiled down into much faster interactions. You're just playing through 50 turns which act as the 50 years. The game can be won or lost kind of in the turn of a single evening, if something happens to really go your way or go awry. I've had a lot of fun with other kind of kingdom management style games like Survival Kingdom. It sounds like there's some balance issues based on the reviews I saw, but it seems like something that'd be cool to spend some time with and kind of learn the kinks. There's Forts, which I think looks like maybe primarily best played as a multiplayer game, but I could always play it with some friends later on and just start off with a solo campaign so I can kind of learn the game. It's been described as a physics-based RTS. You build up your fort, prepare it for battle, try to destroy your opponent's fort while also defending your own. Having all that physics and destruction seems like something I would really enjoy. And last up of the games I'm looking at right now is Gwent, the new Witcher card game spin-off. I haven't really ever played a single digital card game, no Hearthstone, no Pokemon, nothing like that. And I've only actually played a little bit of Witcher 1, so there's kind of 2 sides to this. I could have a really unique perspective on the game because I wouldn't have anything else to compare it to card game wise, but there might be a lot of Witcher specific references and stuff that I totally don't get. So I feel like I'd be a good match for this game, but also kind of a bad match, and so it might be interesting to see how that works out if I were to give it a go. So those are the 6 games I have lined up for now. I'm not putting this to like a public suggestion, just not this time. Further down the line, I'd be more comfortable with just putting an open thing out there of like, what do you guys want to see me play? This is kind of just experimental, I'm just testing it out. Please comment below with whichever of those 6 you'd like to see me play the most. Feel free to comment 1 or 2, like you can comment several of them. Hell, you could even rank them if you're so inclined, like this is the one I'm most interested in seeing, here's the least interested. That would be really helpful info for me too. I'm going to leave this open for a few days, see what people are interested in. And don't assume this means all other series on the channel are dead. I'm going to be doing my best to bringing them back into the fold here. And several of these games might still make it on the channel. I'm not limiting myself to saying one of these 6, but for now, we'll say one of 6, but could be more. Feel free to even leave more in-depth comments. You could say something like, oh, Shoppe Keep looks really, really fun. You should do a full series on that. Ultragoodness seems interesting. Maybe just do a one-off on it just to show us the basics. Anyways, I'm excited to see what you guys are excited to see. This could be an interesting little experiment. If this goes well, I wouldn't mind doing more of it in the future, just asking you guys directly rather than picking myself kind of behind closed curtains. The point is I'm putting it out there to you guys, so feel free to provide as much feedback as you're comfortable with. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. Looking forward to what you have to say. I'll see you again soon.